Hello guys, Diego is here. I'm going to talk with you about phobias. We are here from my subject in English. Well, we'll start. Phobias are classified within anxiety disorders. They are divided into three different types: agoraphobia, social phobia, and specific phobias. Agoraphobia is the fear to being in a situation where asking for help might be difficult or embarrassing. Social phobia is the fear or anxiety of situation of social interaction in which the person may feel analyzed by others. And finally, specific phobia is the fear or anxiety circumscribed to specific objects or situations, which we call phobic stimuli. In this article, we are going to develop two specific phobias. Phobic stimuli can be animals, including insects and spiders. Natural phenophobia, storm, heights, seas, etc. Blood, in this case, needles, strangers, accidents, etc., or situations like planes, elevators, etc. The intensity of this fear anxiety provoked use be excessive and irrational and persistent over time, at least like 6 months. Of the fear of the situation or objects must be exceptional, far from what is the conventional in the subject's culture, disappropriate to the real danger. The person who suffers this aware to this proportionality but cannot help but feel fear, But let's see some of them. The phylogenetic origin of the fear of animals. Since some are dangerous dogs due to similarity to wolves, poisonous spiders and snakes, or carriers of disease, chronicles, birds and rats. Fear of heights or an intense excessive or irrational fear on the heights. Although there is not objective danger to the person feels unsteady, dizzy when looking at the ground and streets. It can happen when leaning out to the balconies or cliff, but in some football stadiums, theaters of cinemas, when you're looking at a movie, they say the fear of the death, we can say, is managed to the species last on the planet. But however, excessive and irrational fear can limit people's freedom. Thanatophobia can block and freeze a person when he hears a news about catastrophe on the news. It can also make a person avoid walking near a hospital because of the association he makes between illness and the death. People with this phobia will avoid going to cemeteries and funerals home. But cause of specific phobias about this, the origin of this emotion of fear in the so-called brain circuit of fear in this circuit, so also called in the limbic system, and the brain structure is fundamentally involved to amygdala and the hypothalamus and the cerebral cortex. The amygdala is the central nucleus of this or fear, and coordinates with other brain structures. Intervene in actu like emotional response such as fear and anxiety, and the hypothalamus sends neuronal signs that regulate psychological change, maybe through to the related stress hormones. In this case is cortisol, and vegetative change in case increases the deposit of respiratory rate. Finally, the cerebral cortex is involved in thought and memory, which play a very important role in a fear. This last structure is the one skull is capable of predicting the consequence of interactions with the environment. For example, feeling afraid in a hospital because knows that it can find blood there, for example. Well, what we can do to try these disease or these phobias? The most agreed treatment for specific phobias is physiotherapy. Within the different currents of physiotherapy, cognitive behavioral therapy is the one of the most evidence. Exposure therapy is the cognitive behavioral technique to use to treat these phobias. Thanks for your attention.